Hey everybody, happy Friday. Hope your week is going good. Just a little practice to take yourself away from everything and do a little grounding, get a little twist in, focus on some areas of our body that might need a little attention. Maybe the hips, especially if you're sitting all day at work or if you're in front of a computer. So happy hips make a happy person, right? And just a little bit of overall grounding and slowing down our thoughts and stuff today, okay? So I invite you to come to your mat. Find a position on your back that feels good for you. Take one big breath in and then let it out through your mouth. And as you do that, make any adjustments. Let your feet splay out to the sides. Let your arms fall out to the sides of you, palms face down. Maybe pick up your head, stretch a little bit farther back, connecting your shoulders and your back to the ground. Feeling your pelvis and your sit bones get heavy on the mat. Possibly shutting down your eyes if that feels good for you today. And just start to tune into how this actually feels. With each natural breath, feeling yourself get heavier on the mat. Mentally bringing yourself here to this room, to this mat that you're laying on. Leaving everything else outside. Maybe relax your jaw, relax your forehead, relax the area in between your eyebrows. And together, let's take a nice big breath in through our nose. And then exhale it out nice and slowly. Take another big inhale. All the way from your belly, as much as you can take in. And then exhale it out. Good, let's start to wake ourselves up a little bit by wiggling our fingers and our toes. Allow the hands to come out to a T or to a cactus, nice and wide on the ground. And then let's let our head drop to the right. Taking those inhales and exhales. On the exhale, maybe letting that head fall a little bit farther towards the ground. I'm going to turn the head back up. Take an inhale. On the exhale, let the head fall to the left. Take an inhale to create some space. On an exhale, maybe let that head fall a little bit deeper towards the ground on the left side. Head returns to the top, gaze up. Let's take a nice full body stretch. So zip those legs together, zip the arms up overhead. Tighten everything from your toes to your fingers, maybe even your butt underneath you. Take an inhale with this nice stretch. And exhale it out. Relax everything. Walk the feet to the center of the mat, close to your sit bones. Hands are going to come down the sides of you like your fingers are touching your heels. Legs are going to stay close to each other. On an inhale, prepare. Exhale, this time lift your hips all the way up to the sky, finding an early bridge pose here. Good, option 2, Walk your hands underneath you if that feels good, opening up the chest and the shoulders. Maybe allowing your hips to go a little bit higher to the sky. Grounding down into your feet and keeping your legs parallel to each other. If your hands are clasped, release them down. Lower each vertebrae one at a time. And when they're down, windshield wiper the knees side to side. Good, let's take a hug in with the knees towards our chest. Maybe wrapping your hands around your knees or your shins. Taking some subtle rocks here side to side. If your head is up, release it down. Arms come to a T or a cactus. And just take your time here. Rock back and forth, right to left. Noticing any areas that hurt or may be holding some tension on your back. And really just focusing on that nice and slowly. Like maybe your right hip hurts a little bit. Take a few minutes to move back and forth, maybe an inch or two in that area, giving yourself a massage. Option to shut down your eyes here if that feels good. And let's take some circles with the knees. So just keep the knees together, circle them to the right, and then to the left. Taking these movements to notice any spots, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. Not focusing so much on the movement itself, but how your body's responding to the pressure in certain points. Remembering to breathe. Good, right foot's gonna cross over the left ankle. Knees are gonna stay together. Let's take an inhale together. On the exhale, let the knees fall towards the left. Keeping that right shoulder engaged on the mat. Maybe gaze comes over the right shoulder. Allowing each exhale to go to the area where you feel the stretch the most or the tension the most. And gently raise your knees back up to center. Switch legs, so left foot's going to cross over the right foot at the ankles. Take an inhale. On the exhale, knees are going to drop towards the right. Once you're there, make sure that left shoulder is planted on the mat. Gaze can come over the left shoulder. Take a twist, Louie. And then knees raise up nice and gently. Uncross the legs. Hands come to your knees. Open up your knees this time. You might want them far apart towards our armpits. Take some subtle rocks side to side. And let's take some circles in towards each other and then out. Inhale and exhale. Wherever you are, reverse directions. Good, bring the knees back towards your armpits. Finding an early happy baby here. So maybe that means bringing your hands to your shins. If that's enough of a hip opener for you, or hands can come to the bottoms of your feet. Lower back is engaged on the mat. Maybe also finding some rocks in this position. Feet press into the hands press in towards the feet. Knees sink in towards your armpits. Lower back is connected. Without flinging it, release the feet. Hands come underneath the thighs. Take a few rocks the length of your mat. Maybe rounding at your spine to make sure you really massage your back here. Take as many of these as feels good. I think we're giving ourselves our own back massage this morning. Noticing maybe you're holding the tension up higher to your shoulder blades. And go slow and work it out. And then roll yourself up, coming to our tabletop pose. So come to your hands and knees. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. Knees are underneath your hips, hips distance apart. Let's take a few cat and cows. So let's inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Really bring the heart towards the front of the room. Exhale, push the ground away first. Then round the spine, open up the shoulder blades, tuck the belly button, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, push it away. Last one. And push the ground away. Good. Let's tuck our toes. Relax our sit bones onto our heels. You can stay like this and tuck toes, or you can flatten them on the mat if that doesn't feel good for your feet. Sitting up nice and tall, spine is nice and straight up to the sky. Let's inhale the arms all the way up. On an exhale, really open the shoulders first. Drop the arms to cactus arms. And then keep tucking those elbows in towards your rib cage. Inhale forward and up. Open the shoulder and heart first. Cactus the arms. Really tuck those elbows. Do a few of these at your own pace. Last one. Good, let's look left and look right. Walk yourself back to tabletop. This time tucking the toes. Send the shoulders past the wrists. Drop the chest and chin to hover, finding your 8-point stance, keeping your hips nice and high. And then slowly slithering forward, coming to a little baby cobra at first. Release it down. Inhale, baby cobra. Peel the belly button off the mat. And then release yourself back down. Hands plant under your shoulders. Find your plank pose, high plank option here, or modified, bringing the knees to the mat, whatever feels better for you. Sit nice and strong in that pose. Good, push the ground away, shoulders away from the earth. And then big bend in the knees. Send the hips back and up, coming to our first down dog of the practice. Taking a second. Might feel a little tight, pedaling out the feet, bringing a bend in the knees. Take an inhale. Exhale it out through your mouth. Drop the knees to hover. Gaze in between your hands. Nice and strong here. Engage the core. And then send the knees back up into your down dog. Drop the knees to hover. Gaze in between your hands. Nice and strong here. You got it. Find your down dog. Feeling our hamstring and our Achilles, our legs waking up and stretching out. Last one. Roll down, knees to hover. And then bring the hips back up. Find your down dog. Good, big bend in the knees. Gaze comes between your hands. Hop, step, or walk your way up. Once you're there, take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Grabbing opposite elbows here. Just waking up our lower back, allowing the body to swing side to side. Option to bring a bend into the knees if it feels better, having your belly connected to your thighs, or a micro bend, whatever feels good for you. Good, release the hands down. Big bend in the knees. Allow the hands to stay where they are and gently roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Head still down. Last thing to lift is the crown of the head. Let's circle the arms up. Take a big inhale. Exhale, hands through heart space. Tadasana, mountain pose. Nice and strong in your mountain pose. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale through your nose. Exhale it out through your mouth. One more. Inhale. Exhale it out. Circle the arms all the way up to the sky. This time, arms out your sides, slowly lowering down in your swan dive, releasing to the forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Create some space for yourself. Exhale, fold. Good, fingertips are going to plant. We're going to send that right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Once you're there, release the right toes down. Untuck the right toes. Maybe walk your left foot up a little bit more. Arms are going to circle towards the front of the room and then up. Sinking into your crescent lunge on your left leg. Nice and strong here. And let's try a moving meditation together. So let's take an inhale, arms up, shoulders away from your ears. On an exhale, swoop them down behind you. Bring your hips over your right knee and come to your runner's lunge. See if you can balance that out. So flex those left toes, arms come behind you, chest lowers a little. Gaze at your big toe. Inhale back to your crescent. Exhale, circle it into your runner's lunge. Inhale back up to crescent. Go at your own pace here. We're going to do a few. Inhale, crescent. Hands come to heart space. Let's take a twist. Right hand's going to plant. Left arm up towards the sky. Roll open the left shoulder. Good. Let's tuck. See if you can stay here. Tuck the right toes. Raise the right knee. Take a lifted twist. Frame out the left foot. Bump that right foot up. Toes out a little bit. Right toes out a little bit. Hips square to the front of the mat. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale into your pyramid pose with a flat back. Great place for blocks. Connecting with your breath work, staying present on your mat. Maybe peace fingers to the mat or hands down. Big, generous bend in the knees. Right foot hops up to meet the left. Take an inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Grabbing those elbows again. Taking the gentle rock side to side like you're a tree branch. Maybe noticing any differences in how our legs feel at this point. And then hands release down, let them fall. Head is going to stay down and so are the hands. Big bend in the knees, gently roll up one vertebrae at a time. Last thing to lift is the crown of the head. Once you're there, gaze up. Take a breath together. Let's find our mountain pose. Roll the shoulders open. Take an inhale. Exhale it out through your mouth. Good. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up. Gaze up. Exhale, swan dive down. Nice and slow. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, fingertips plant. Get heavy on your right. Left leg is going to shoot all the way to the back of the mat. Once it's there, release the left knee down. Untuck the left toes. Right foot's going to walk up a little bit more. Get a little light on your fingers. And then circle the arms up. Shoulders away from your ears. Sinking into your crescent lunge on this side. Each side might feel differently, and not everybody's sides are the same. So don't judge yourself here. Going to our moving meditation, we're going to inhale, arms up, back nice and straight. On the exhale, send the hips back over the left leg. Arms are going to sweep back behind you. Chest lowers, right toes are flexed. And inhale back up to your crescent. Exhaling at your own pace. Exhale it out. Inhale, last one. Exhale it out. Find your runner's lunge. And then inhale back up to your crescent. Hands fall to heart space. Left hand is going to plant. Take an easy twist. Right arm up to the sky. Open up the right shoulder. Let's see if we can tuck those left toes. Raise the left knee up. Keep the twist. This time you're elevated. And bring the right hand down to frame out that right foot. Bump the left foot up a little bit, toes out a little. Adjusting your stance to where it feels good for you. Hips are going to turn like headlights to the front of the room. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. If I can stay grounded and focused while he's licking me, you can too. Big bend in the knee. Hop that left foot up to meet the right. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, big bend, circle the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart space, Tadasana, mountain pose. How are we feeling? Taking any movements that feel good. Legs are feeling a little bit more even now. Good, standing nice and strong in your mountain pose. Maybe lift those toes a little bit off the mat. And then set them gently down. Engaging everything. We're gonna get heavy on our right foot. Let's inhale the left knee all the way to the sky. You got it. And then bring a gentle bend in the right knee. Send that left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Once it's there, spin the heel down so the foot's parallel to the back of the mat. Maybe opening up the stance a little bit. Cartwheeling the arms open, finding our warrior two. Good. Taking a second to get your adjustments. Tailbone tucked in, belly tucked in. Shoulders are over the hips, not leaning forward, but over the hips. And you're bent in that right knee. Maybe gaze comes over the right middle finger. And let's take a moving meditation here. So take a second to straighten up. Take an inhale. On the exhale, find your warrior two. Inhale, arms to the back of the room like you're holding a beach ball. Front leg goes straight. Settle it down. Big inhale, beach ball, straight leg. Exhale, settle it down to warrior two. Inhale, beach ball. Exhale, set it down. Last one. Inhale, beach ball. Exhale, settle it down. Good, let's straighten that front leg. Inhale, hips to the back of the room, upper body towards the front. Take a pause. And then release that right hand down to where it feels good for you. Feel open the left arm to the sky, open the left shoulder up. Finding your triangle pose. Maybe take a bind here by wrapping that left arm around your back into your right pocket. If you're in the bind, release it back up first. Using your core, raise yourself back up. Let's flip it. Peaceful triangle. Inhale, lean a little forward. Flip the right hand. Left arm comes down the left leg, right arm up and over. Gazing under that right armpit. Good, right hand's gonna return. Let's frame out that right foot. Big bend in the knees. Hop that left foot up to meet the right. Sit in your chair pose. Ground down into your heels here. Tuck the belly button, tuck the chin. Tuck the belly button, tuck the tailbone. And then find a nice forward fold. Root to rise, circle the arms all the way up to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart space. Tadasana, mountain pose. Nice and strong, let's lift the toes again so all the weight is in our heels, legs are engaged, core is engaged. Set the toes down one at a time. Nice and strong in that left leg. Let's inhale the right knee all the way up to the chest. Slight bend in the left knee. Right foot goes all the way to the back of the mat. Taking your time, once it's there, Spin that right foot down so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Cartwheel the arms open, finding your warrior two on this side. Take a second here, make your adjustments. Check your alignment. A few more breaths. Going to our moving meditation, so take a second to straighten that leg. Take an inhale. Settle down on the exhale in your warrior two. This time, inhale, beach ball to the back of the room, straighten that front leg. Exhale, sink down. Inhale it up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale it back up. Exhale, sink down. Good, straighten the front leg. Let's take an inhale, hips to the back of the room, upper body towards the front. Taking a pause, allowing that left hand to drop on the inside of the left foot, and then peeling open the arm to the sky, right shoulder opens, coming to our triangle pose here. Option to take that bind. Right hand can wrap around into your left pocket if that feels good, trying to peel open the right shoulder. If you're in a bind, first straighten it up to the sky, ground down into the feet using your core. Take an inhale, lean a little forward. Flip that left hand, settle into your peaceful triangle. Right hand comes down the right leg, left arm up and over. Left hand's going to return back down. Cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat, frame out that left foot. Big bend in the right knee. Hop the right knee up to meet the left. Find your chair pose. And then exhale, find that forward fold. If you need to, take an inhale, halfway lift, create some space for yourself. Engage the hamstrings, exhale, fold. Good, hands are gonna plant. Let's send the right foot back, left foot back to meet it. Find your high plank pose. Good, and then big bend in the knees. Send the hips up, find your down dog. Taking a second here, shoulders square to the mat, hips are square. Chest towards your thighs, armpits towards your thighs. The gaze falls in between your legs. Making sure your fingers are spread apart, not putting too much weight on your wrists. And then let's inhale that left leg all the way to the sky, maybe bringing a bend into the left knee, opening up the hip. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale and roll it forward, tiger curl, roll the shoulders up. Inhale it back out. Exhale, back in. Inhale it back out. Inhale it back in this time, pausing, really pushing the ground away. And then setting that left knee behind the left wrist, coming into our pigeon pose. So settle the hips down first. Come high on the fingertips. That right leg is straight up behind you. Making sure your leg can be any position that it feels comfortable. Make sure your toes are flexed, though your foot is flexed. Let's take an inhale, create some space, gaze up. On an exhale, maybe come to your forearms. We're coming to a block. Whatever feels good here. We're going to take about 5 breaths here. So Any subtle movements, try certain things. If it doesn't feel good, just come out of it. 2 more breaths. Good. If you're down, raise yourself up. Find your left sit bone first. Bring that right knee up towards your left foot. Sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale. On the exhale, hands are going to walk towards the left side of you, just taking an easy twist here in mermaid pose. Hands walk back. Find your pigeon pose for a second, just for a transition. Hands plant on your shoulders. Tuck the right toes, raise the right knee up. Once you're there, inhale that left leg all the way to the sky. Maybe finding that same bend. Option for some knee circles here if it feels good. Inhale the leg up. And then left leg is going to meet the right. In your down dog, let's take 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. Last one, inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. Good, inhale, right leg goes all the way to the sky this time. Option to bring a bend in the knee, stack the hip if that feels good. And then inhale the leg out. Exhale, tiger curl the right knee in, roll the shoulders up towards the hands. Inhale it back up. Exhale, roll it in. Inhale, last one back up. Inhale, roll it in this time, pausing. Pushing the ground away. And then dropping that right knee down behind the right wrist. Sending the left foot back behind you. Making your adjustments so it feels good. Let's create some space for ourselves, so come to your fingertips. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, fold down, maybe coming to your forearms. Each side might feel a little different. No judgment. A few more breaths here, taking any subtle movements that feel good for you. And last breath, if you're down, raise your upper body up first. Find your right sit bone. Bring that left knee to your right foot. Sit up nice and tall first. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, walk the hands to the right. Take a twist. Unravel yourself back. This time just sweeping the legs in front of you. You can keep a generous bend in the knees if that feels good. Let's inhale the arms up to the sky. Sit up nice and tall on your sit bones. On an exhale, just walk the hands a little forward, dropping the chest towards your thighs. Gazing maybe at your big toe or the front of the room. And let's drag the hands back. Inhale the arms back up. Maybe this time straightening the legs out a little bit more. Big inhale, straight back. Exhale, walk the hands a little forward. Letting gravity really do the work here. One last time. Nice and tall, arms all the way up to the sky. Sit up nice and straight. And then exhale, fold it down. Louie, stop. No, just kisses all day. And gaze back up. Sit up nice and tall, allowing your hands to drag towards you. Okay, go sit down, go sit down. Hands out to the front of the room. Engage the core. Feel the legs drag back. Slowly lower the spine down, one vertebrae at a time. Taking your time to get there. Once you're there, big hug in. Maybe grabbing the bottoms of the feet. Bring your knees together. Nose in between your knees. And then release the head and shoulders down. Hands come out to your side or a T. Let's inhale those legs all up to the sky. Taking a second to point and flex our feet here. Maybe shut down your eyes. And then shutting down your eyes. Hands gonna come down to your sides first. And exhale. Gently lower your legs down to the top of your mat. Count of 10. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down your sides. Shut down your eyes. Take a few moments. Let your feet splay out. Let your shoulders splay out. Connect all parts of your back that you can with the ground. Maybe take a second to look all the way left. And then take a second. Look all the way to the right. And come back to center. Let's take a big breath in together. Exhale it out. Taking as much of a Shavasana as you need today. Not returning to anything that you have to do until you feel rested a little bit, until you feel grounded a little. Unclench your jaw, let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Relax the area in between your eyebrows. slight subtle movements with your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, feet walk into the center of the mat, rolling over into our fetal pose. So dropping those knees to the right. Head lays on the right arm like you're using it as a pillow. Take a second here. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your ribs connect with the ground. Feel the peace that you created for yourself. And then any way you want to get up, using your hands to guide you up. Find yourself a comfortable seated position on your mat. Let's inhale the shoulders all the way up to the sky. Exhale, roll them down and gaze up. Inhale, hands to heart space. Feeling your heartbeat against your thumbs. Taking a second here to really feel connected to yourself. One last inhale. On the exhale, drop the head, chin towards the chest, round to the spine. Happy weekend, everybody. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather. It's supposed to be beautiful. I'll see you next week.